ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our ISKCON official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss 10th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, in which there is description of Prahlad Maharaj as the best among exalted devotees. So, as we have heard about the Supreme Person appearance of Lord Nrsimhadev, then Lord Nrsimhadev disappeared after pleasing Prahlad Maharaj. It also describes, this chapter also describes the benediction given by Lord Shiva. So, in first 10 verses, Prahlad Maharaj refuses to accept benedictions offered by the Lord. Lord Nrsimhadev wanted to bestow benedictions upon Prahlad Maharaj one after another, but Prahlad Maharaj, thinking him impediments on the path of spiritual progress, didn't accept any of them. In verse 3, Prahlad Maharaj says, Dhrutya lakshana jigyansu bhaktam kamesu achudayat bhavan sansara vijesu hridaya grantisu prabhu. O my worshipable Lord, because of seed of lusty desires, which is the root cause of material existence, is within the core of everyone's heart, you have sent me into this material world to exhibit the symptoms of a pure devotee. So, Prahlad Maharaj further says, Asa sano navai bhrutyaha swamin asisya atmanaha na swami bhrityataha swamyam icchan jo rati chasisa. That means if anyone engaged in the devotional service of the Lord prays for personal sense gratification, he cannot be called a pure devotee of even a devotee. He may be called only a merchant engaged in the business of give and take. Similarly, master who wants to please his servant after taking service from him is also not a real master. Prahlad Maharaj therefore didn't ask anything from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Rather he said in verse 7, Jadidasya sime kaman varansvam varado sabha kamanam hrudi sangroham bhavatasya to ambrani varam. That means if the Lord wanted to give him a benediction, he wanted the Lord to assure him that he would never be induced to take any benedictions for the sake of material desires. Exchange of devotional service for lusty desires are always very prominent. As soon as lusty desires have again one's senses, mind, life, soul, religious principles, patience, intelligence, shyness, beauty, strength, memory, and truthfulness are all vanquished. One can render another devotional service only when there are no material desires in one's mind. The Supreme Personality of Godhead was greatly pleased with Prahlad Maharaj for his unalloyed devotion. Yet the Lord provided him one material benediction, that he would be perfectly happy in this world and live his next life in Vaikuntha. The Lord gave him benediction that he would be the king of this material world until the end of the Manvantara, millennium, and that although in this material world he would have the facility to hear the glories of the Lord and depend fully on the Lord, performing service to him in uncontaminated bhakti yoga. The Lord advised Prahlad to perform sacrifices through bhakti yoga, for this is the duty of a king. So Prahlad Maharaj accepted whatever the Lord had offered him, and he prayed for the Lord to deliver his father. He said that Tasma Pita me Puyata Duranta Dustarad Akhat Putaste Apanga Sandrishta Tada Kripanavatsala. That means, my Lord, please purify my father, for he has committed grave sins against you. But I know that he is purified because of the touch of your lotus hands. So the Lord said in response that Tri Saptabhi Pita Pudha Pitrubhi Sata Nagha Sate Nagha Jat Sadhosya Kulejato Bhavan Me Kulapavana. In the family of such a pure devotee as he, not only the devotee's father, but his forefathers for 21 generations are liberated. The Lord also asked Prahlad to perform the ritualistic ceremonies appropriate after his father's death. So in 25 to 34, these 9 verses, 10 verses describe Brahma prayers and Lord's reply. Lord Brahma, who was also present, offered many prayers to the Lord, expressing his obligation to the Lord for having offered benedictions to Prahlad Maharaj. The Lord advised Lord Brahma not to offer benedictions to Asuras as he had to Hiranyakashipu. For such benedictions he indulged them. The Lord Nrsimha disappeared. On that day, Prahlad Maharaj was installed on the throne of the world by the Lord Brahma and Shukracharya. Thus, Narad Muni described the character of Prahlad Maharaj for Yudhishthira Maharaj, and he further described from 35 to 43 three parts of Jaya and Vijaya. They are the gatekeepers in the Vaikuntha world. The killing of Ravana by Lord Ramchandra and the killing of Sisipala and Dantavakra in Dwapar Yuga. Sisipala, of course, had merged into the existence of the Lord and thus achieved Sajja Mukti. So 3 millenniums. So 46 to 50 Phalasuti. What one gets after hearing the pastimes of Lord Nrsimhadev and Prahlad Maharaj. Narad Muni praised Yudhishthira Maharaj because the Supreme Lord Krishna was the greatest well-wisher and friend of the Pandavas and almost always stayed in the house. See, he said this verse twice. In verse 48, Narad Muni says, Juyang nuloke vatabhuri bhaga lokang punana munayo bhijanti jesang gruhanam vasati iti sakshat gudam param brahma manusalingam. That means that the fortune of the Pandavas was greater than that of Prahlad Maharaj. In 51 to 70, these 20 verses describe story of Shiva. That means later Narad Muni described how the demon Mayadanava constructed Tripura for the demons who became very powerful and defeated the demigods. In verse 62 it stated that then Lord Brahma became a calf and Lord Visnu a cow, and at the noon they entered the residence of that demon and drank all the nectars in the well. So because of this defeat, Lord Rudra, Shiva dismantled Tripura. Thus he became famous as Tripurari. But this Rudra is very much appreciated and worshipped by the demigods. And this narration occurs at the end of this chapter. So in this way Narad Muni described this Rajasya Yajna and how the Lord killed. This is also been described already. We have already described in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto 74 to 76. These 3 verses chapters also we have already described it. Rajasya Yajna. And in that Rajasya Yajna, the Lord killed Sisupala. And after that, all the demigods, whoever have come, so many throughout the universe, all the inhabitants came, and when they went back, they couldn't stop praising Prahlad Maharaj. Praising Yudhishthira Maharaj. That is described in verse 75, chapter 74, 75, like that. Rajasya Mahodaya Haridasasya Rajasya Yudhishthira Maharaj. In this way, we see the Rajasya Yajna is described in Srimad Bhagavatam 7th canto and 10th canto also. And thank you very much for listening to this lecture, and please don't forget to subscribe, share and like our channel and get the blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna.